Okay, hey, what's up, guys? It's starting to rain, which is kind of perfect. I'm going to be making super soil, and it needs to activate with a little bit of water. You don't want it soaked, but you need it activated. So if it doesn't downpour, we're good. I'm gonna mix up a bunch of ingredients, and then we're gonna let it cure and bake for a minimum of 30 days. And then it will be ready for plants to go directly in without burning the roots. It's going to be a 100% organic amendments, pretty close to 100%. There is some wetting agents added to this pro mix, and maybe some other natural things that aren't quite organic, but what is nowadays. All right, let's start getting at it before it rains too hard. I'm gonna show you guys one product at a time. We're gonna dump it all together, mix it up, let it get wet, and then fold the tarp in half and cover it up. Alright, so I guess I'll get this camera a little closer. Bring you guys closer. Right about here. Alright, so right here I already have two products mixed up. I have Wiggle Worm earthworm castings, which is a vermicompost compost made by worms. And then I blended that along with Coast of Maine aged compost and manure. It has lobster shell and stuff in there, which will help with some chitosan, which will increase the silic acid in the plants. So we already get a small pile going. I'll just use one of these bags as a trash bag. Keep going. So that's the soil. We'll hold off on soil. I kind of want to get everything else done for now. A knife somewhere. Okay. Get the knife opener again. So. So that was aged compost and manure. Here's some earthworm castings. Wiggle Worm Company earthworm casting. Here is the aged manure and compost with lobster and crab. It's called the Quaddy Blend. Some more aged compost with lobster and crab. So the more diverse you make your soil blend, the more microbially active it will be. The more microbes, the better fixing of nutrients and balancing the pH, more terpenes and flavors coming through. seafood compost. My first year using this. It looks nice. Yep, smells good. Smells, you don't want to smell off-putting. It just smells clean. Some more fish, seafood compost. So right here we have Build-A-Flower. It's a blend made by Build-A-Soil, and it has Ollie Mountain fish compost, Build-A-Soil worm castings, Diamond K ag gypsum, rock phosphate, Thrive in Iceland kelp meal, Coragia cake, pre-charged biochar with Rootwise Microbe Complete, charging the biochar. This stuff is just amazing. There's nothing like Build-A-Soil products. It smells like good earthiness. Bag, Build-A-Flower. You want your soil to be about 30% compost. And we're just doing a nice compost blend, making sure we don't miss anything. Blends can be risky. If you have an issue, you don't know where it came from. Going organics, you can have pathogens. Sometimes pathogens can take over and give you root rot and other problems. Miles with fermented plant extracts. He makes labs and ferments many different kinds of plant materials, fruits, and flowers, different things to give different benefits during different stages. This is comfrey, and it has labs, lactic acid bacterial serum, which combats bad pathogens. And so we will be washing it in with some of this to kind of make sure everything is kosher as it cooks. She's stinky, so we're gonna keep it in this bag, and we're gonna go light when we use it, but stink in, stink out, gold in, gold out. Gold in, gold out. So that will be done at the end. We're gonna fill up this sprayer here, screws into a garden hose. Just fill this container up and water it in. So that would be the last week. Okay. Some more Build-A-Flower. And yes, I am barefoot. I decided that was better than wearing shoes. We're making grapes. Yeah, we're doing that craft blend. But yep, so there's that. And we have one more bag of Build-A-Flower. One more bag of Build-A-Flower, and then we're gonna start doing. Probably blend all this, then do dry amendments. Except a little bit. It's not big, one massive pile. And then when I'm all done, I'm gonna be rolling this tarp around. I got a 20x30 tarp, brand new, popped it open. I went to Martin's to grab it, and while I was at Martin's, I grabbed some pretty cool things. down to earth, miniature boxes of down to earth. These things are tiny. They're usually a lot bigger. It's pretty cool. So I'm just going to be adding those in. Starter mix and fishbone meal. I have biofish, fishbone meal, and fish meal. So it's going to be a fishy blend. Okay, so that's the last bag of that. I'm going to go get a shovel and we're going to blend that up and flatten that out a little bit. Alright, so just gonna blend this in a little bit. And as it cooks and cures and bakes, you keep flipping and flopping the top around and you aerate it. You make sure it doesn't go anaerobic. And you don't want it 100% sealed up. Just lay the top over it. Make sure it can breathe a little. To kind of help everything compost properly. So, it will get blended quite a few times. Just want to get it a little more of a wider surface area for more even application of everything we're about to start putting in. But yes, I will be blending it quite a few times. Oh, and I also have Colorado Worm Company worm castings that I'm going to add in here. I forgot about that. But I'm glad I waited because that has worms in it and I really don't want to be chopping them up. So, that's good I waited. Okay, so this is the Colorado Worm Company. Colorado Worm Company castings. There is live red wigglers in here. The other brand is very commercial and they screen and filter out their wigglers. You're only getting the casting. This takes 8 years. This is aged. This is very nice. Good stuff. So, find the knife. Probably the good. Okay, here we go. So now we're gonna. It's my first bag of Colorado worm castings. I'm gonna take a look. Interesting. It looks more like dirt. Huh. It looks like dirt. You'd almost feel like you got duped, but oh yeah. Right off the jump. Right off the jump, we got a worm. Right off the jump. Another one right off the bat. Okay, so these, you're not going to find these in Maine. There's no earthworms even native to Maine, which is pretty interesting. Red wigglers you have to order. They're composters. Wow. Loaded. Let me see what's in another handful. I don't see any more, but that's 2 right off the jump. Alright, so this is going in. We're gonna make sure that goes in nice and even. That's some beautiful castings. Wow. Wow. Alright, so I'll be getting more of that. this is just the start, so we're gonna be adding more stuff to it as soon as possible. I'm just wanting to get something going. This is a lot of work, so get it going for now. I will, believe it or not, I need more stuff. I need to add more stuff, especially more base, more soil. But I just need to get going. So, wow, I'm very impressed with those worm castings. That was nice. So that's awesome. That's our worm casting and Coast of Maine compost blend. So that's our compost. Now we're going to be adding amendments that these worms will be eating away at and making into more compost, more vermicompost. So I'm gonna split this up in a few videos, so that way it's not one big video. All right, stay tuned.